What's up, everyone? Today is gonna be an espresso shot of an episode. It's gonna be short, hot, and sweet. Let's get it going, Lucas. All right, so today we're gonna talk about TikTok and how you can make a lot of money with affiliates without actually signing affiliate contracts. So we also gonna talk about how affiliates normally work, why they're normally a pain in the ass, and how TikTok, of course, over the last year has revolutionized the game. So, Mark, want to jump in? Hell yeah. All right. So, how do affiliates usually work? Let's start with that because I think otherwise people will probably not know what it is. So,
Oh,
affiliates is
exactly.
basically, let's start with there's two sides of it, right? There's the company that has a product, and then there's the affiliate, the actual, I don't know, whoever contractor, whatever it is, influencer who sells it via an affiliate link. So basically, they're creating ads or some kind of advertisement for that product, and then
Yeah.
they have a link that goes back to the other company, and then they sell the product, and then they get an affiliate fee, which is basically marketing cost. So that's what affiliate link is.
So the biggest problems with normal affiliate links is like, oh man, why did you not pay me? Or like, how long does it take to pay you? It's like, oh, you need to have a certain like threshold, etc., etc. So like that's the biggest problems if you have like working with affiliates. Same if you have, for example, a platform and somebody says like, hey, or you want to promote a platform on, let's say a blog, right? And then you have like, hey, I'm going to pay per click. Then you need to like tracking, or like, for example, if it's based on conversion, then the other person, you have to like make sure that they can see how the conversion works, because you like, it's all about trust in the end, right?
100%. I was just going to say that. I think it's a two-way street on trust. It's really, really big that you need to trust the brand as well as the creator who does the content as the affiliate.
Yeah.
Both way, it needs to be trust, 100%. And TikTok changed the game that way, right?
Of course. So how did TikTok actually do it? So because that was the system how it worked before, but focus. I mean, also in the years before, we've always been seeing like on Instagram, or you've seen it still now, like where people just promoting products. So you can see, for example, there are big agencies, which basically you can hire micro influencers, and then you can sell your product, right? So may it be
Yeah.
for blankets or anything else. So basically, you can apply for a job and then you can make ads for them, and that's how you get paid there. So that's how it worked back in the day. So for example, on Instagram, with micro influencers, and normal influencers, normally like right now micro influencers work more, and then the quality also was different, because so at the beginning it was all about high production, and now with TikTok it's going the other way direction. So Mark, now let's jump into TikTok. So TikTok last year introduced the TikTok shop, and the TikTok
Mm-hmm.
shop allows people, so for example, sellers, for example, if I have a shirt, which for example, if you sweat shows an imprint, right? Then I could just sell it there. Also, I could make it publicly available, meaning everybody who likes the product can create a video or like a remash. For example, if you're on Instagram, you have remashes. You can just make a video of that product and then tag that product in there. And if, for example, I create the video and somebody buys from me, I get, for example, let's say 20% off that. So basically, if you want to apply for this, you have to like get approved. Also, Mark, what are the requirements? So before everybody's like, oh my God, I want to do this.
I think this is super funny. So we watched a couple of videos on it, and when it started off with, it had zero requirements. So you didn't
Yeah.
have any following. Then it went up to 5K. Then we saw a video that was 50K, and now it's 100K of followers that you need to have to be an affiliate, which is
It's
crazy
crazy.
how fast it's going up. They're just showing you, as I think, all right, this is my interpretation of it. I think this shows that TikTok noticed that there's too many people creating ad videos now for other content. So somehow it's polluting the platform. I think that's the only way where they would create something like that.
But also like, but at the same time, it shows how powerful it is, right? Because like people
Oh
want to
hell
sell
yeah.
stuff, and yeah, I mean they're making big commission, right? They make
You know
5%
what I was
commission.
thinking, bro? I
Tell me.
was just thinking TikTok. They're like in the management. Oh no! What have we done, bro? This looks like a 90s sales commercial now. They're like these shops, bro. But like, oh my god, buy this now. They're like, what have we done with our powerful platform, guys? Increase.
But also,
Telemercial.
I mean, also they're rewarding now longer videos, right? So as you can see there, especially those videos who best sell, they tend to be over longer, like over 30 seconds. So it's not only about the 6-second clips, it's more about the longer content, like a minute or stuff like this. Because in the end, you have to build trust up there as well, which makes it kind of interesting. I like the model itself. First of all, you don't rely on a party that you barely know to get actually
Mm-hmm.
affiliates. Also, it takes out the biggest pain of it all is reaching out to the company and be like, hey, I really like your product. Can I be an affiliate of for you? Right. So that's like the pain right now. And there it's just like, oh man, I try this product. Awesome. I want to get it. And then I just promote it. Right. And then because they're happy, the seller's happy. You don't have to worry about it. It's like, oh, hey, if I get sales from that, I make big bucks. So Mark,
You know, you know, wait,
no,
go
no, no,
ahead.
no. Go ahead. Go ahead. I have some ideas.
I was just thinking, bro. Remember in the summer when we're at the mall at
Yeah.
Glorious, and then we see these Asian
Yeah,
people
yeah,
that were
yeah, yeah.
selling like, something live. I was just thinking about that. I was like, bro, but they can't be. They didn't do the TikTok live then. Well, they might have done TikTok live, but it wasn't the shop because it wasn't live then back then. But super super cool thing about it, how much money they made. And I heard also in Asia it was super super big, but also they were selling Gucci bags and all that stuff. They were selling
Yeah, but
really,
it's
really
but
designer
then you can just
bags.
like,
Super
but that's
cool.
also what TikTok is rewarding, right? So I saw a video of Gary Vee where he's like, hey, you should just like push go live at least 1 hour a day and just promote your products because that way as
1 hour a
yeah, yeah.
day.
So if you stay longer on there, it will not only show to the people that you follow, but also like a bigger audiences because like he's spending so much time on the platform, and that's how you can then push out the product. So it's also kind of an interesting way because again, I mean, we saw that in the mall, right? People like selling it, but it hasn't like I haven't seen much for like Europeans or like in the Western countries where they could just go ham and just like trying to resell everything, which is cool because in the end it's like people who consume stuff where they normally tend to be, man, they're on the bed, on the couch, just like on the they need just like they need that endorphin rush. So that's why they're anyways on social media. And
Mhm.
then if a guy that you actually kind of like just sells you stuff, you're like, all right, take my credit card. I'll pay for it. So I think that's really, really cool. But
I think you noticed something. You said something as well. So it's a lot of impulse
yeah,
purchases. They also said in the videos now. I think that makes sense. These are TikTok is younger generation, which means they don't have a lot of money. Which also makes sense that they do impulse decisions on impulse purchases. So these all these products that they're selling are in the low end. So that I think maximum 30 euros, etc.
I think it's a little bit higher. It's a little bit higher than that because,
Oh yeah.
but yeah, I mean, the biggest problem is like, hey, it needs to be flashy, because otherwise people don't stop to scroll, right? So, but I want to go that way. Imagine doing that for software, right? I mean, we talked about it earlier. So what if you can just like promote on these platforms also social, like subscriptions or stuff like this? I think that might be an interesting way, for like companies to, for example, you could do a TikTok of not Autodesk, but SEMrush or any subscription that there is, right? So you just have a short,
Yeah.
and because like they have like software, you can just like put it there, and then if they make a funny video out of it, you can also just like directly get affiliates.
So the thing is, I looked it up. They don't have digital purchases
Yeah,
that yet.
exactly.
So no digital products. So at some point that will be super cool to have. And I think well, Autodesk, all this stuff doesn't. I don't
Not
think so.
Autodesk, yeah,
But
of course.
something smaller
Dropbox,
ones like I
not
don't know.
smaller, but it's like smaller purchases.
Yeah, no, like smaller purchases. Like I don't know, something on a personal level. I don't know the digital planner that you have. You have an email provider. I don't know. Maybe even Gazoom.
Who knows?
I don't know. Exactly. So these kind of stuff, right? It's about the small digital services. I think software as a service is a smaller one.
It might be interesting.
Or I don't know. You can even have not even subscription ones. You can have one-time purchases,
Yeah.
right? Hey, online courses, all that stuff. Super
Yeah,
cool.
just like
Works.
if as long as it's affiliate, why not? I think that it would work because the biggest hurdle of affiliates that I'm seeing right now is that right now you have to reach out to get the affiliate and stuff like this. If you have a store and just can look through it, even though it's just digital products, I think it would sell much, much more. And of course, you also have to think about it. It's free marketing, well, almost free because you just have like affiliate. And yeah, and you can see what the
Yeah.
people
Also,
like.
the margins would be so much
Yeah.
higher. Think about it because I don't know if you have a real good I don't know real life purchase, anything kind of product, maximum like you give an affiliate link 20%.
Well,
Any kind of digital service, you can probably get like 30.
I would say I'm not sure whether I would say the margins might be high. Well, it's higher compared to physical goods, but my point
100%.
is, if you compare it to advertisement, so for example, in advertisement, you have like maybe margins are always like shifting, right? Because you're like, hey, sometimes converting good, sometimes converting bad. Whereas if you
Yeah, I know, but affiliates is always the
exactly that's what I'm
same.
saying. If it's just like for digital goods, like the affiliates, they
Yeah, my point was just that you have, as a company, you have more you can give out to affiliates. You can be like, hey, take
yeah
30% guaranteed if you
yeah
convert.
I like it. I think that's a cool idea.
Me too.
I think it's a big move, probably the biggest move that happened last year on social media. And yeah, I'm excited to see what's happened. What will happen next? Whether TikTok will also include software products. That would be an interesting move. What will Instagram do?
Also, did you check out what are the requirements for companies to apply? Because that'd be super interesting to see.
You can
Because I
just
didn't find
open. You
that.
can just open a store if you want to. It's not. You can just be a
Ah,
seller. It's not a. It's not an issue.
nice,
So yeah,
sweet,
but yeah,
bro. Side hustle Inc.
how to make millions on TikTok. Well, actually, right now it's not that easy anymore because you need more followers than before. But yeah, we saw crazy videos where people like making 2-3K just in 2 days because they had like one video going viral, and that video was literally just like super shittily made, just talking to camera.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the game because people want to relate to it and really feel like it's an honest opinion or review of a product. So yeah, I think that's cool. And with this, I'm saying, Mark, follow, subscribe if you like it, and of course, let your friends know. Share some love, give us 5-star, and Mark, I would say catch you in the next episode.
See you in the next
All
one.
right, guys, peace.
Peace.